So what I heard students use wasn't really a word per se, but more of a phrase. So when I heard this phrase, I was sitting near the teacher and she was grading exams, and a kid came up to hand her his exam, and he hands her the exam and she looks at it and she's like, no, you have to do this again. And he was like, oh, you're being really loud right now. And I've never heard the word loud used in that way ever before. The way that I know it is to mean volume, like, hey, you're being really loud, like, can you please quiet down? Or in the sense of like a very loud smell. So like if someone's wearing very, very expensive perfume and it has a really exotic smell, or like if marijuana is like in the air and it's very, very loud and it seeps through your windows when people are outside smoking. So I thought that it would be cool to ask people what they thought the word loud meant to them. On Urban Dictionary, the most common term or the most common definition is a slang term for bomb-ass weed. That is literally the first definition of it. But it can also mean having an emotional feeling to some person posting a glow up of a celebrity or an anniversary, and it's supposed to like force emotion out of you. So now you're gonna see what other people think of the word loud.
When I hear the word loud, it makes me think of sound specifically. So I'm always afraid of being too loud in terms of the volume of my voice, and it also makes me think of my family because my mom's maiden name, Donaldson, means loud voice in some sort of Irish or Scottish legendary language. I don't know. But my entire family's loud. I'm loud. I always get yelled at for being too loud. And also weed, but...
Hello, viewers. Dana has asked me to describe what the word loud means to me. But since I feel as though that is a trick question, I will give two definitions. The first loud I am aware of and use in my vocabulary is loud as in volume, as in something has a very high volume, as in my brother Nico is very loud. The second loud I am aware of and use in my vocabulary is to describe the smell of marijuana, as in it smells loud, meaning the smell of marijuana is present.
Most of the times I use the word loud, it's to describe a volume of a person or a thing, such as if I'm in the library and someone's talking at a high volume, I might let them know, like, hey, you're being pretty loud, would you mind lowering your voice a little bit? Sometimes I use it in more of a relaxed and funny sense with my friends to mean, like, if someone is saying something I didn't want too many people to know about, I would be like, hey, why are you being so loud? Like, it's kind of to replace, like, the term running your mouth by saying, like, why are you so loud? But I don't use that one as often, and I don't use it in a serious matter.
The word loud. Often people associate that with sound, but in today's society, when I hear the word loud, I associate with, you could say marijuana, because you could hear people give examples like, hey, that guy over there is smoking that loud. So I often when somebody says, oh, that loud, or it's really loud over there, and sometimes I just think, oh, maybe they're talking about the Mary Jane. That's just my opinion.
Okay, so I've heard other people use the word loud to not mean like a noise volume, but to mean like someone was smoking marijuana, and so afterwards that person smells loud.
My definition of loud would probably be more towards the traditional side of volume, of a sound or a noise. But I have heard loud being used in different contexts in terms of like marijuana, or other sense, like people going, oh, like it's really loud over there, kind of indicating that like that's where people are smoking. But yeah, overall, I think the most common term for millennials is probably like sound, but for like the Gen Zers, probably more towards recreational substances.